everyone, it's Mitch from Royal Caribbean. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to Expedia Cruises Team Friesen for having Royal Caribbean on. We are going to talk all about my favorite cruise line, and I'm coming to you all the way from London, Ontario. Take it from me because I've worked for 21 years for this amazing cruise line, Royal Caribbean. 19 almost of those years I worked on board the ships with 12 plus as a cruise director. So I do know and have the authority to talk about this incredible cruise line which we're going to get right into. So let's check it out and let's talk a little bit about Royal Caribbean. All right, so there you have it, everybody. Yes, we do have the best entertainment in the industry, and we do have the best guests. So a big shout out to our over 12 million Crown and Anchor Society guests. They have helped us grow to be the largest cruise brand in the world with the most innovative ships in the industry because of their continued loyalty. So shout out to them and some great perks, especially my favorite at the Diamond levels. It unlocks 4 drinks a day, and that goes up to 5 and 6 at Diamond Plus and Pinnacle. So you're talking over $400 in free drinks for our Diamond Plus members. And we do have a brand new loyalty status match. So if you're not familiar, we also are a part of Celebrity and Silversea as Royal Caribbean Group. And so what that means, it's a tier for tier loyalty status match. So let's say, for example, you're an elite member at Celebrity. When you come on Royal Caribbean, you become a Diamond member and you unlock all those benefits, such as 4 free drinks per day. So what's the big secret about Royal Caribbean, and what is included is really what is a game changer. It is our cruising lifestyle. All of these amazing options that you see here is really what changes the game for us. All the entertainment, nightlife, signature activities are included. So that's entertainment across 4 stages, including the incredible aqua theater and ice skating rink, which 25 years later, still no one else has. All these incredible signature activities at no extra added costs. So you put your wallet away once you're on board the ships. And we do have guests of all different ages, all different demographics from all over the world. We are rated E for everyone, but especially for families and kids, some really awesome extra activities with our award-winning Adventure Ocean program. All the staff that work on board our ships have a minimum 4-year university degree in education, and you can see here some really cool options for fun activities, including My Time Family Dining, which means your kids get served in less than 45 minutes in the dining room, and then our amazing Adventure Ocean staff will take them right from the dining room to our Adventure Ocean Club so the parents can get out and enjoy the rest of their evening, whether that's watching an amazing Broadway show. Of course, we were the first cruise line to offer all these amazing Broadway shows to all this incredible nightlife, the casinos, the adult-only parties, the live music, the dancing, the list goes on and on. Now, when it comes to Royal Caribbean, some people consider us to be multiple cruise lines in one company because we have so many different ships, 29 ships sailing in 2025 on 7 different classes. So yes, that includes the biggest cruise ships in the world, the Oasis and the Icon class, but it also includes some really small, incredible Vision and Radiance class ships. These are more of our traditional ships that are doing these unique itineraries. You're talking about purpose-built for Alaska, Panama Canal, Northern Europe, and more. And one thing to point out is that, as you can see, the biggest ships in the world, it's not that they're that much longer, it's really the width. And you can see they're 2, 3 to 4 times as wide, and that is really going to give you a much more stable experience on the ship. So if you don't want motion in the ocean, you definitely want to go a little bit bigger. And as you can see, a whole third of that ship is empty space. And a lot of guests will note that the bigger the ship, the less crowded it feels. Now, if you've never cruised before, you may not realize it, but there are plenty of different options here for you. So plenty of different choices depending on what you're looking to do when it comes to staterooms, all the different room categories. And yes, we do truly have something for everybody here. As you can see, I think the most popular of all is going to always be what we call the balcony. So whether that's the ocean view balcony or whether that might be an infinite balcony, that is our big seller when it comes to those guests who wanted to get that ocean view. But also, we do have the most suites in the entire cruise industry. And you may not know that, but yes, truly something for everybody. And if it's not one of these incredible suites, we have, like we said before, plenty of different options. But when it does come to suites, there are two separate categories depending on what class of ships you're on. So if you want to go all the way up to the star class, where literally everything is included, you even get a royal genie, which is like a butler, but we call it a genie because literally your wish is their command. So we can take care of anything and much, much more in the suite class on our ships. Now, even if you didn't maybe go into a suite, you can look at Royal Up. And Royal Up is a really cool way to bid on an upgrade. So you can check out that as well. And before we go any further, we always want to remind you that when you are on board, you have a great option to get extra dollars off. So it is only available when you are on board your ship, and any booking that you make will automatically clone back to your Expedia agent. So no worries there. And also, you know, when we talk about something for everybody, we just want to remind you that we are completely, I believe, the most accessible vacation destination on the planet, and truly something for everyone. And some people, unfortunately, think they can't go on vacation because of special needs, but everything from service dogs are welcome on board, pool lifts at all the pools, and much more. You'll be able to find that information with your Expedia agent. Now, when we talk about customizing your vacation, it is all possible at Royal Caribbean. We do not have anything that you have to have included in your cruise. You can add anything if you'd like to, and that it goes from shore excursions to beverage packages to internet, specialty dining. You can make reservations for certain shows if you'd like, but you don't have to. And this is all possible through our website app or our Royal Caribbean app on your smartphone or your iPad. So yes, you can add on anything in advance, and we highly recommend that if you're going to be doing any extra activities, you book that as soon as you get your booking number from your agent. These will be in Canadian dollars if you purchase your cruise in Canadian, and typically the price does go up. If the price happens to go down, you can simply cancel and rebook up until 2 days before your cruise at the discounted price. So don't wait for a better price because it might not come. So if you're interested in booking it, just book it. And if it does go on sale, then of course you can cancel. So just as a reminder, at Royal Caribbean, there's only one beverage package, and that's top shelf. So if you like your Grey Goose and Belvedere, your Powerade, your Red Bull cans of pop, it's all included. If you can drink it, it's included. And the same with the Wi-Fi. There's one package, no upgrading, and it's top speed. Who wants to watch Netflix on vacation, but you can. Now, something you can also talk to your agent about is flex pay. And this means that you could slowly pay off the price of your cruise. So if you wanted to make multiple payments over multiple credit cards before the final booking date, you can certainly do that. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about 2024 and all the amazing things that came last year with Royal Caribbean. Of course, everybody knows about Icon of the Seas, the most amazing cruise ship in history. She is sailing from Miami on Eastern and Western Caribbeans. Every single sailing goes to beautiful Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And speaking of Perfect Day, we launched the adult-only Hideaway Beach Paradise, and this opened up last year. It is absolutely crazy popular. You don't need to go here, of course. There is a surcharge to go to Perfect Day Hideaway Beach, but Perfect Day at Coco Cay is included in the price of your cruise. So all basic food, drinks, beach chairs, umbrellas, pools are included. If you want to do something like go to Thrill Water Park or the exclusive Coco Beach Club, or the Hideaway, there is an extra charge, but you can go the entire day and never have to spend any extra money. There is a pier at Perfect Day, and you don't have to worry about the ship missing port because that is going to be very rare because the ship docks. Very accessible, and by the way, Perfect Day at Coco Cay is our #1 rated port in the world. So that is why our newest ship, the Utopia of the Seas, the world's biggest weekend, the first cruise ship that is brand new in the Oasis class to start on what we call short cruises, 3 and 4 nights, will also visit Perfect Day on every single sailing. So if you wanted to do a back-to-back, you could go twice. And this is a great option for those people just looking to get away for the weekend, especially over a long weekend, celebrating a birthday, anniversary, bachelor, bachelorette. Why go to New York, Vegas, or Nashville when you can do it on the Utopia for an amazing experience and most likely more affordable. So in 2025, I mentioned 29 ships sailing around the world, 22 in the Caribbean, and that is most than entire fleets of ships. So we have something for everybody in the Caribbean, 6 ships sailing in Europe, 4 in Alaska, 3 on the West Coast, 5 in the Northeast. And for us here in Ontario, yes, if we can drive to New Jersey, to Boston, and to Baltimore. So that's a great option, or very short flights, 4 ships in Australia and 3 in Asia. So if you're looking to travel maybe in Europe, Australia, and Asia this year, we have you covered. But let's not forget one of my all-time favorite destinations, Alaska. So whether you sail out of Vancouver, Seattle, or Seward, we truly have some amazing options for you. And let's not forget the unique once-in-a-lifetime Royal Caribbean Cruise Tour. If you're going to go all the way to Alaska, you might as well spend a couple extra days and get the full Alaska experience on one of our incredible cruise tours. Now, Allure of the Seas, speaking of 2025, is going to be going under a $100 million dry dock, and she's going to be sailing all summer out of Rome and Barcelona before heading back to the Florida area for the Caribbean sailings. But again, some really amazing European adventures here on Odyssey, Explore, Allure, Brilliance, 7 all the way up to 12-night cruises, overnights in Istanbul, Turkey. And you can see here some really incredible options for your cruises, depending on where you're looking to cruise from. Also, we have some really cool open jaw, which means the cruise might start in one place and end in another. I did that last year on the Voyager of the Seas. As you can see, plenty of options there, and then tons of choices from Southampton all the way up to Germany, Spain, overnights in Lisbon, Portugal, Norwegian fjords, and much more, all the way up to 12-night cruises there. But let's not talk about something that is very rarely spoken of, and that is our amazing long voyages. We're talking about up to 15-night transatlantics and transpacifics, Panama Canals, Canada, New England, of course, Iceland, Greenland, and these are, I think, some of the most affordable cruises you can go on as well. And you can see here some really great options. And when you think about those big ships, all those activities means you will never be bored on these long voyages with plenty of sea days. Also, just as a reminder, if you or know anyone that does solo travel or travels with friends but by themselves, we have a 1.5 single supplement for all repositionings, Canada and canal sailings, and even cheaper at 1.25 for Diamond Plus and above Crown and Anchor members. And that simply means you get your own stateroom for the price of 1.5. Now, what else do we have? We have Ovation of the Seas and Quantum of the Seas, the biggest ships sailing from Los Angeles. And these are absolutely incredible ships. They are going to be sailing from Los Angeles for the first time with overnights in Cabo. So some really great choices here for you. Now, also, the newest ship in the fleet, Star of the Seas. She is the sister to the beautiful Icon, and she's going to be launching this summer from Port Canaveral. So you don't want to miss it. Let's take a little bit of a closer look. We about to level up. We about to level up. How cool was that jump off of that wheel spinning on a moving ship? So if anyone thinks the ships are not stable, just show them that video, right? And we're very excited that Back to the Future, of course, we all know that series of movies, and we're going to have that featured as the Broadway musical on board Star of the Seas. So that's coming as well, and plenty of choices. So we've got you covered. All sailings visit Perfect Day at Coco Cay, 3 different Eastern, 2 different Western. So no matter where you want to go in the Caribbean, Star of the Seas will be there for you, featuring 7-night voyages. And we're not done in 2025. We're going to be opening our very first Royal Beach Club on Paradise Island, 17 acres. And reservations are going to open in the spring 2025. And you can see here, it is going to be absolutely beautiful right across where the ships dock in Nassau. So if you've been there and done that to Nassau and you want a beautiful epic beach adventure, it's going to be just like a shore excursion where you're going to be able to buy a pass, and it will be all inclusive. That means food, drinks, alcohol, deck chairs, and let's give you a little sneak peek of what it's going to look like. So that looks absolutely amazing. And yes, you can see some huge pools, lots of options there. If you want to chill, hang out with your family, party, and also featuring the longest swim-up bar in the world. And if that sounds fun, we're going to do the exact same thing next year, but in Cozumel. So another huge private destination that you're going to be able to go and check out if you'd like, curated by Royal Caribbean. And it's, of course, going to be featuring some amazing options, safe lifeguards, and of course, some really fun things to do as well. And speaking of lifeguards, don't forget, Royal Caribbean has a lifeguard at every single pool and at every single beach. So that's something that we don't talk much about, but is very important. And we're not done there because we still have another big activity coming in 2027. It is Perfect Day, the sequel, this time in Mexico. Royal Caribbean owns Costa Maya, the beautiful port on the Western Caribbean. So all these Western Caribbean itineraries are going to visit Perfect Day, Mexico, starting in 2027. So we have a lot to look ahead to. We talked about all these amazing options, but we're not done yet because we're going to have, of course, Icon 4. We're going to have Perfect Day Mexico in addition to Oasis Class 7, and there will be more. And speaking of more, we just announced a couple of days ago, it is the Legend of the Seas, the third Icon class ship sailing in 2026. So this beautiful ship is going to be sailing from Barcelona and Rome all summer long before doing an amazing transatlantic over to Fort Lauderdale, where she will do 6 and 8 night, so 6 night Western and 8 night Southern Caribbean. Going to be absolutely amazing. It is your iconic European tour with some amazing iconic thrills, iconic chills, including the largest pool at sea, 7 pools on 5 different decks, iconic wows with the most entertainment you're ever going to find anywhere in the world, and 40 ways to dine and drink. So some amazing opportunities for you to find the room that you would love to have on the beautiful Icon class Legend of the Seas, and that ship is coming soon. So going to be absolutely amazing. And the one thing we wanted to talk about before we finish up here is a group sailing. So oftentimes we have so many guests traveling together, so you should speak to your Expedia rep, agent, advisor, I should say, about a group cruise, because group activities and events can be done oftentimes with complimentary space, group shore excursions, there's rewards programs, potential discounts. And speaking of discounts, this is why you book with Expedia Cruises. Exclusive competitive pricing, over 35,000 staterooms. Each booking will receive a $50 onboard credit. And of course, my favorite is the refundable deposit. So you have some huge reasons to book with Expedia, and we're going to show you one right here. Voyager of the Seas, this September the 15th, a $50 onboard credit for a 7-night Mediterranean from Ravenna, just outside of Venice. A balcony 4D category is currently waitlisted online. You can check right now on the website at $4,700. But your price with Expedia is $1,788, taxes included. That is savings of over $3,000 a person. And even if you added the beverage package, you're talking around $2,600, still $2,000 cheaper, and you'd have to go on the wait list. So let's see. Independence of the Seas, November the 9th, 7-night Perfect Day and Caribbean cruise from Miami. Another balcony 4D category, also waitlisted at over $5,700. You can't buy it. You can go on the wait list, but why would you? Because you could get it with Expedia for $1,431, tax in at over $4,000 per person savings. Add a beverage package, you're less than $2,400 a person. That is an absolute steal, and it definitely will not last long. And then how about Anthem of the Seas? October the 13th, and this is a beautiful 17-night Trans-Pacific from Honolulu to Sydney, a perfect opportunity for some pre and post activities or tours. Another great balcony, and today it was at $9,800 per person, but your price was $3,100 per person, including taxes, or $2,000 for an interior stateroom. Huge savings, including less than half the price if you add a beverage package. So your Expedia team has literally access to all these deals. I'm showing you something I shouldn't. This is what they see. They have access to be able to filter through all these amazing deals, and they want to share these with you. So you have to ask them though. So make sure you check that out. And let's not forget, Royal Caribbean has an amazing air program all the way up with some huge offers for Alaska and Europe. And when I talk about Flight Finder, you can book this yourself. We have special negotiated rates. We will get you to the ship. If your flight is delayed and something happens, we'll downline you. As long as we can get you to the port, we have 90% of these rates refundable. And book now, pay later. It means you do not have to pay until you make final payment of your cruise. And best of all, we guarantee the cheapest price on these refundable rates. So there you have it. It is, of course, why you're going to book with Expedia. All of these reasons and many, many more. So that is it, everybody. We want to say a huge thank you for watching, and we hope you go right now and book one of these incredible cruises, because your Expedia agent has so many choices for you, and we do hope you choose the biggest, most loyal cruise line in the world, a winner of all these amazing awards. So thank you so much, and thank you for being loyal to Royal Caribbean.